How's everybody doing today? Here in McClellanville, South Carolina. Got a lot of good seafood here. A lot of good seafood comes in here. Goes to different restaurants throughout the South Carolina coast. You see behind me we have some shrimp boats. And what we're going to talk about is some digital assets that can actually track seafood and so forth. And we'll take a little tour of this town right here. McClellanville it's in Charleston County, about 35 minutes north of Charleston and about 35 minutes south of the Myrtle Beach area. And we'll see what we got here. Let's take a little tour of the town. I'll show you around and some good real estate too as well. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a little tour of McClellanville. McClellanville has been here a long time. Actually, Hurricane Hugo made landfall in I want to say it was 89, way back in the day. I barely remember that. Just south of here. But the structures in the city actually was held up very well. You have a lot of older historic homes here. And over on the right we have the famous Deerhead Oak, the biggest tree east of the Mississippi River. And people playing on it right now, a little tire swing going on. And people riding their bikes here today. And we have a canopy street here, a lot of these oak trees, very common throughout coastal Carolinas and Georgia, parts of Florida. You'll see trees like this. They actually provide like a tunnel almost in some places. I know I've been to Savannah and Tallahassee where they actually want you to get your headlights on because they almost form like a complete tunnel. And we're going through downtown McClellanville right here. It's right off of Highway 17. And a little seafood restaurant on the right. Really good seafood. T.W. Graham, actually. Good food. They're closed today. Little craft shops, coastal stuff that we have here. And we are actually going through the edge of town right now, so it's not a very big town, but you know, it's one of these places that you want to go to get away from. If you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the big city and go to a slower pace, this would be your town right here. And some affordable property here as well. Really nice historic homes too in this area. And that is all we have for right now on McClellanville, and we'll go ahead with the video and talk about seafood industry and how particularly Vechain is being used to track seafood, make sure it's legit. And that's I think it's going to be something really good. It's really popular in other countries right now, but I think in the United States, hopefully we're going to see that technology implemented soon for not only seafood, but all sectors of the food market as well. And here we go.
How's everybody doing today here in beautiful McClellanville, South Carolina, a little town that just rode through. It's a picture of the Deerhead Oak tree. This is actually the biggest tree east of the Mississippi River. And there's another tree in Johns Island that is actually more famous, but this tree is actually bigger in diameter and the branches are bigger. And here's your tire swing here. A lot of movies have been filmed in this area around here. And since we're down here in the seafood area where a lot of shrimp and oysters are at, we'll talk about Vechain. And Vechain is the tracking digital asset that actually what it does, you can track different merchant products basically. And seafood is one of the things that actually you can trace with that. In the seafood industry, actually a lot of places get food in, like in Asian countries. They don't know where it came from. You know, it could have come from anywhere. And Vechain actually allows it to be trackable by taking a device like a smartphone and just scanning it, and it shows where it came from, where it was fished at, and all that information. So you know you're not dealing with illegal seafood, so to speak, for the most part. And there's a lot of monitoring programs out there. Here in the United States, actually, NOAA, they are actually supporting the monitoring program. And I wonder if they know about digital assets and blockchain like Vechain. It would be awesome to actually have somebody to go out there and tell them about the services that they offer. I know Vechain did go to San Francisco a few weeks ago to a conference out there. But if you go to, let's type in Vechain Seafood, there should be some articles on that. Here's one from October right here. They're actually GDST Seafood Trackathons. Vechain actually is a sponsor of that, and this is doing in Shanghai. So we're already starting to see Vechain integrate itself in the seafood industry to track seafood, which is great. And this can be very an asset here in the Carolinas, especially. We just had recently this summer, we had a story break in Terrell County, North Carolina. This is close to the Outer Banks, or what they call the Inner Banks, in Columbia, North Carolina, a little small town. What happened? The guy who owned the place, he was selling foreign crab meat labeled as blue crab from the United States, from North Carolina. It's supposed to be from North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina. Well, it wasn't coming, it wasn't indigenous at all. It was coming from Asian countries. And he got fined big time. I want to say it was a $4 million fine that he has to pay for that. Plus, a lot of the businesses that he sold to are suing him. And his sentence is taking place January 2020 right here. Maximum sentence for falsely labeling crab meat, $8,165,000. Holy moly, that is a lot. And in the retail market value right here, he falsified that at over $4 million. Wow. So he's in for it. I mean, we take our seafood seriously here on the Carolina coast. I mean, that's why we have such good shrimp and grits around here. And any of the restaurants you see Calabash style, like in Myrtle Beach, you know, your restaurants like Krabby Mike's, they're really, really good. I mean, you know, they're using top quality stuff, you know, and having a product like Vechain would actually help everybody. I mean, every restaurant up and down the coast. So we got something there's a demand for, and hopefully that will take effect. But that's about all I have for this video as far as blockchain. Now, McClellanville, like I said, this is a little small town. It looks like something you would see in Once Upon a Time movie, actually. And some real estate that we have here. Actually, if you guys want to go to Coastal Carolina Life, I got some videos, actually, of McClellanville in my video section on YouTube. You can click on that right here at the top up here. Ta-da, YouTube right here. There's a bunch of videos up there. I won't show them all. But the McClellanville real estate, let's see what we have here. We have land, a lot of land here. You have land for $22,000. And this is coastal land now. You're not right at the beach. There's a lot of marshlands in the area. Your closest beach is actually going to be Pawleys Island, will be your closest beach, which is about 30 minutes away. And then the other way, you have about 35 minutes away, you have Isle of Palms, which is in the Mount Pleasant area before you get to Charleston. So you're about halfway between Pawleys Island and Isle of Palms. But if you really want to get away to a community, the houses there are immaculate. I mean, it looks like something you would see in Going with the Wind. You have a lot of antebellum old homes there, and some of those are for sale. If you go through downtown McClellanville, you'll see that. And you have newer homes, too. They're a little bit more upscale. And you have a lot of, people who just want to get away from it all and go there. But like I said, you're only 35 minutes from Charleston. And the Myrtle Beach area, about 45 minutes away. So you're not far from a lot of amenities. And it's a great place to just go and see something different, Well, that's all I have right now. And you folks have a great day, and I will talk to you later in the next video. Thank you so much.